Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Bunkycook here, aka the Lonely Achievement God. And today we are continuing our Wilmot's Warehouse Expert Method playthrough. This is year 3 and part 3 of showing you how to use the expert method on your way to your 1000 gamer score. As I've mentioned in part 2, I forgot to mention in part 1 that you cannot get all 1000 gamer score using this method. This will not allow you to get enough stars to purchase the dungarees upgrade, which is necessary for the achievement. I will put a link below in the description or on the screen or somewhere, linking you to the speedrun playthrough I did that shows you how to get the dungarees as quickly as possible. It'll probably take you about an hour or so, hour to an hour and a half to get to the dungarees. Outside of that, we are continuing the expert mode. I am currently in year 3. I am showing you how to use the expert mode to get all 950 gamer score by sorting your deliveries. If you've been following along, there's not going to be much more I can offer at this point. For the most part, I will just be commenting on the specific deliveries of items that have items needed for groupings. I unfortunately left the controller in a bad spot after the last playthrough, so I do not know which 4 items we got new. Looks like wheelchair might be one. And this pie chart over here might be one. Let's see, anything else? Maybe the bowl up there, and yeah, I'm not really sure what the 4th one might be. But we did get 4 new items. I don't know what they are. So we'll just probably be spending a little extra time sorting the delivery here. So let's head down, check out the items we got. My chart, there's the wheelchair. Oh, might be that. Yep, it's that. So we don't need any of those. Got the bowl. Is the bowl the only one? Or the wheelchair the only new item we need? Sorry, this is taking a little bit longer. I just need to make sure before I move on. Yep, it looks like it. Okay, so we'll grab the wheel, bring that up with the rollerblades or skates. I think it's skates. I don't know what the technical difference between the two is. We will skip ahead to the service phase and continue sorting. I am going to switch inputs here. As I have mentioned in my one of my other videos, I don't have a great setup for recording. I currently have one massive TV that I use for everything, so I have been in some cases recording on the preview screen, and so some of my gameplay may seem a little bit slow or choppy, and I apologize for that. Sometimes I forget to change inputs back to the TV, and then it's harder for me too. I make more mistakes because there's a bit of a delay. So I do apologize for that. I'm hoping that I can expand my setup in the future here and have 2 TVs set up so that I don't have to sacrifice quality for convenience. What do we get? That's not needed. That's not needed. So I thought that was like a razor. And so I thought that might be part of the hardware grouping, but it is not. And we got an arrow. So none of those are necessary, so we'll just skip right ahead here. I do highly recommend this game in regular play. It made me feel like a kid again. I know it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Some of you probably hate it already, but I really enjoyed this game. It made me feel like I was a child, you know, going to school and can't wait to get home so I can play whatever new game it was. You know, back then I was a dumb child, so it could have been Superman 64. Um, like, probably that's probably everyone's bottom 5 list of games ever made is Superman 64. And my friend and I had a blast with it because we were dumb kids. We didn't know any better. But I do recommend giving this one a legitimate shot. If you're not into sorting, this may not be your cup of tea, but it was amazing for me. So, stock take, we don't have anything to worry about, so we'll skip on ahead here. And despite our best efforts, once you get to these sorting phases where the walls are closing in on you, you just start running out of room. The sorting phases are a lot quicker, so you have a lot of time spent not doing anything. But there's no real way to quantify that to be like, okay, so on this delivery you're going to be at this point. It's just not worth going into that much detail. So it's still better to just separate the item grouping sortings in the delivery phases and then sort the deliveries themselves in the service phase. Ooh, we got a Twitter pill. I don't know if I can say that right. Okay, Twitter pill. 2 graphs. And that weird thing. I don't think that's useful, but the Twitter pill is for the pharmacy. Hey, we got 88 items. That's another achievement if you are going through on a normal playthrough. Since the sorting is going by so quickly, I'm just gonna get the Twitter pill in this, in the same phase as sorting the delivery. We have plenty of time to do that at that point. Again, administration decision, you can change whatever you want about these methods, you know. I don't think we have pharmacy yet, so pharmacy will go up here. That's all we got. I am going to start going quiet a little more often here, guys and gals, except probably for when the deliveries come through. Astronomy. Arboretum. Okay, so we'll grab those 2 items and then it will be quiet. Something real quick to comment on. This doesn't have a lot to do with our playthrough, but uh, reducing the times by 25% doesn't seem to change the times for these stars. Um, or maybe they did on purpose, because on normal mode, you can actually finish the phase without getting any stars. So those customers eventually, at like 15 seconds or so, lose their last star and aren't worth anything. So it's weird to me that they are still worth something in the expert mode, but maybe that's just a design choice. Maybe it was too difficult if they did that. I'm not sure. This is the big problem with this playthrough, is there's just a lot of time you're not doing anything. I was very lucky and happy that I stumbled upon the pause glitch, because you can skip this phase too. You don't have to sit here and wait. Fortunately, there's a pretty good chance that will eventually get patched out. But this will never get patched, because we're not doing anything wrong. I mean, not that we are in the other game, it's just not playing the game as intended. We got a little Pac-Man ghost. I think that's a pill. We got a wagon wheel and a tree, so 3 items for our achievements. We are almost done with wheels. Oh, and then we just have 30 seconds to not do anything. So a lot of people have mentioned you can do this method while you watch TV or do something like, not specifically this method, but use the expert mode, as I'll show you in the final year. But and they're right, because there really isn't. There's a lot of downtime. This method, not as much as the other one, but still just a lot of time spent doing nothing, which is initially why I decided not to do a full playthrough of this, but ultimately I figured I'd better have it up. We have Barney. Marmite, I know what it is this time. That's for another grouping. That is I believe that is a pill, and that is part of the English collection and the sports collection, but we already got the sports. So got our little blue pill. Got our cricket wickets. And there's Barney. What was the other one? The Marmite. this will give us 3 pills. I do not have English collection yet, so we'll do that. Now we skip on ahead, and we will sort. No. That was rude. So as you can see, we are not even halfway through the game. And we've already filled up this much of the warehouse. I actually realize I may have misled you a little bit when I said where the items are going to build up to. Because in the other playthroughs I've done this for the pause glitch, you actually get rid of the pillars, so you have the 49 blocks from the pillars to push items into as well. So we may even get more backed up than that than I had initially thought, but we'll have to see. Maybe we won't. Who knows? Life is a gamble. Nothing to do during the stock take, so we'll continue on. That hurt me in my soul when I saw an extra block missing. Ah, there must be something wrong with me. So right about here, we are almost exactly halfway through the game. The game actually ends a little earlier than you think. There's another hat. There's a wheel. And there is a hardware item. I initially thought that was a donut. It is a washer. But the game actually ends in November of 2001. The wheel. So the upgrade phase in October is actually the last upgrade phase you get. And look at that, we would have gotten our wheel achievement. But so you want to keep an eye on that for 2 reasons. And I'll mention them when we get there, but just as a heads up, the delivery in September of 2001 is the last delivery that you can re-roll your items. You don't get a delivery with items 197 through 200. Not entirely sure why that happens. I mean, 200 is a nice number to end at, so that's probably why. But you never get items 196 through 200, so the September of 2001 delivery is the last delivery you could re-roll items. And I'm just realizing now, I don't think I ever explained that. But that is the only other time I would recommend re-rolling. Let's say you have 3 wheels and you're at your last delivery, and if you want to make sure you get your 4th wheel before you finish the playthrough, do it. There's another pill. There's another pill. Oops. You can mess around with this. If you're using my groupings list on my achievement list, this is where I cut all of the icons out of. And you can tell I cut them because they're cut terribly. I do apologize for that, but it also is quite easy to tell that I did it on my own. There is item 108, so we would be getting an achievement here. And we need the 2 pills. Ah. We'll get these 2 pills out. And there's another achievement. It will, of course, not unlock, but run down here and sort. So I would appreciate it if you guys would leave a comment on whether you prefer me shutting up or if you prefer my stupid little commentary that's not really useful. Because I could go either way. It might be more beneficial for me to keep talking and try to get used to it. So I can get rid of those pauses where I say or ah. I tend to be someone who thinks a lot before he speaks, and that's a problem for a gig like this, because you're supposed to just talk. And I use those pauses to gather my thoughts, and sometimes, often, I get annoyed by it when I rewatch my videos, so I do apologize for that. I would appreciate if you would let me know what you guys think. If you would prefer I shut up, or if you would prefer I don't. I just keep doing my little commentary as we work through here. Okay, so that is actually the end of the 3rd year. Where are we at for time? Because I feel like that is far too short to... We're at 23 minutes. Yeah, I'll go ahead and stop it here. Okay, so let me know in the comments if you would prefer I talk or shut up, or shut up forever and never make another video, whatever your thoughts are. I appreciate you guys spending the time with me, and I will see you in part 4.